I am Dr. W. V. Gunade from Kamala Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to see the EAN, that is effective atomic number calculation in the complexes, and after that we are going to see the IUPAC nomenclature of complexes, that is coordination compounds. So today's topic is, now we are going to see the coordination compound, in which we are going to see the effective nuclear charge calculation, and after that the nomenclature of the coordination compounds. So here, what is the concept of EAN, that is effective atomic number, and as we know, effective atomic number is the total number of electrons associated with the metal atom after complex formation. And Sidgwick shows that effective atomic number is the atomic number of next inert gas, and we can also calculate effective atomic number by using this formula. This is the formula to calculate the EAN number. So EAN is the total number of electrons associated with the metal atom after the complex formation, and this EAN can be calculated by the formula Z minus N plus 2 into Cn. Cn is the coordination number, where Z is the atomic number of the metal and N is the number of electrons lost during the cation formation, and Cn is the coordination number. And after this we are going to see the example of calculation of the EAN. For example, now here Fe, this is the complex FeCN6 minus, and in this complex we have to find out the effective atomic number, and coordination number in this complex is 6, and this is the formula to calculate the EAN. So atomic number of iron metal is at 26 minus 2, because here Fe have 2 plus charge. This we can calculate ligand plus metal equals to complex ion charge. So ligand metal is X and ligand having 6 minus 6 equal to minus 4. So this 6 minus 6 come to this side. So plus 6 minus 4 plus 2. So Fe have plus 2, coordination number. So here 2 electron loss. So Fe have 2 plus charge. So 2 electrons are here, and Cn 2 into Cn. Cn is the coordination number. So this is the 2 into 6. So 12. So in this way 26 minus 2 plus 12 equals to 36, and this is the atomic number of krypton, noble gas element. In this way we can also calculate another, in this complex the cobalt is the metal ion, atomic number is 27, and here 3 electron, ammonia is the neutral ligand, therefore this 3 plus is the charge of cobalt, and therefore minus 3 plus 12 again, coordination number 6, and total electrons are 2 into 6, 12. So here 27 minus 3 plus 12 equals to 36. Again it is the noble gas element configuration. So these are the examples given here. For example, now here copper coordination number is 4, and here water is neutral, so copper have 2 plus charge. So 29 is the atomic number of copper, minus 2 plus 8, and we get 35. Sometime the this EAN number is equals to the here is 36 of krypton, 54 of xenon, radon 86, and sometime it is 1 unit less or more than that of noble gases. And so these are the all the examples are given here. These are the configuration of one atomic number of noble gas, and these are 1 or 2 unit less or more than the noble gas element, atomic number of that element. So in this way, by using this formula, we can calculate the EAN number in the particular complex ion. If the atomic number is given, also it is possible to calculate. So these are some examples of calculation of EAN. And now we are going to see the important part of this coordination compound, and that is the nomenclature of coordination compound. And in case of nomenclature of coordination compound, IUPAC have suggested certain rules to name the coordination compound, and different steps are there. So number 1 is that in case of IUPAC nomenclature, formula is first we have to write the formula of the complex, and formula of the complex can be written as the symbol of the central metal atom is placed first in the formula. So and after that followed by the ligand, and both are enclosed in a square bracket. In this way, this is the metal ion, this is the ligand, and both are enclosed in a square bracket. And if the complex compound is ionic, the formula begin with the positive ion. If it is the complex is ionic, then start the complex with the positive ion. So always write the positive ion first, and then negative or whatever. For positive ion first, and then after that negative, if the complex is ionic. Okay, so this is the first So first rule is the formula of the complex. So formula of the complex can be written. Write the first the metal ion, central metal ion first, and after that ligand, and both are enclosed in a square bracket. And if the complex is ionic, then write the positive ion first. And second rule is that order of naming the ions. So in case of ions are there, so positive and negative ions are there. So positive ion we have to write first, and then after that the negative ion. So order of naming the ion, the full name of the positive ion we have to write first, and followed by the full name of the negative ion. The number of each type of ion is not indicated. No need to write. If the complex is a non-ionic neutral compound, then we have to write one word name. Some examples are given here. And this is the complex ion, and in this case the name of this complex is tetraamine copper 2 chloride. So here this is the ligand, this is metal ion, 4 are there, 4 means tetraamine copper 2 chloride. So here ammonia is neutral and copper have 2 oxidation state. We have to write the oxidation state of metal in a Roman numerals, and in this case also here numbers are there. So in this case this is the complex where this is positive ion, this complex is a positive ion, and then chloride is a negative. So this is the ionic in nature. So this is positive ion first, we have to write first, and then chloride. No need to write the number, dichloride, only write the chloride. This is now in this K4COCl4. So this is plus and this is negative. This complex ion is negative. Here complex ion is positive. So potassium, 4 potassiums are there. No need to write number. Write the potassium tetrachlorocobaltate. Oxidation number 2. In this way we can write the positive ion first. Here complex is negative, so write this first, potassium tetrachlorocobaltate. And third example is that when this is not ionic. Third example is not ionic, therefore we have to write one word name. So in this way, diamine platinum 2, write one word. So in this way we can write the order of naming the positive ion first, then negative, positive first, and then negative. In this way, no need to write when we write the positive ion, then no need to write the number also. No need to write number not indicated, number of ions. And if the complex is non-ionic, then write the one word name in this way. So 1, 2, 3 are the examples of order of naming the ions. Another third rule is that naming the complex species. And for each complex species, order of naming is given here. All the ligand are named first. When we write the name of the complex, then write the name of the ligand first, and then write the name of the metal ion. So ligand, write the ligand first, and then followed by the name of the central metal atom. And when we are writing the central metal atom, write also the oxidation state of metal in a Roman numerals. So when we write the complex species, complex contain 2 parts, metal ion and the ligand. So ligand write first and then metal ion. And examples are given here again. So third rule is that naming the complex ion. So name of the complex ion can be written. Write the name of the ligand first, and again as we know that ligands are different types. Positive ligand, negative ligand, neutral ligands are there. So first of all we have to write the name of the ligand first, and after that followed by the name of the metal ion with oxidation state in the Roman numerals. And now rule number 4 is that order of naming the ligand. Now we have to write ligand first. So how to write some order is there. Order of naming the ligand. The complex contain more than one type of ligand, then negative ligand we have to write first, and followed by neutral and then positive ion. So 3 types of ligands are there, neutral, negative and positive. So first we have to write negative ligand, after that neutral, and after that positive ion. So remember this sequence of naming the ligand. So this is the order of naming the ligand. So negative ligand first, then followed by neutral, and after that positive ligand. Generally positive ligands are very rare, and very few are there. Mostly the ligands are negative or neutral. So here some examples are here. Now the example number 1, A example, complex is given here. This is the complex. We have to write the name of this complex here. And now here 2 types of ligands are there. So it contains 2, 3 different types of ligand. So we have to write first here chloro, nitro, tetraamine. 3 types of ligands are there. So write when the more than 2 ligands are there, write in alphabetical order. So chloro, C first, chloro, then here nitro, tetraamine, cobalt 3 perchlorate. This is the example. This is the chlorate. So chloro, nitro, tetraamine. So write first chloro, nitro, tetraamine, cobalt 3 perchlorate. The name is chloro first, chloro, nitro, tetraamine, cobalt, chlorate, and cobalt have oxidation state 3. Another example is here K. Here also 2 types of ligands are there. So chloro first, again now here. So here write first write potassium, then pentachloro, monoamine, only one ammonia is there, monoamine platinate 4. In this way the name can be written of this. So order of naming the ligand, write the ligand first. If complex are more than one type of ligand, then write in alphabetical order. Then in this case write the negative ligand for neutral ligand, negative ligand, then neutral ligand, and then positive ligand. So these are the examples how to write the order of naming the ligands. Now another is there. Now negative ligands are there. If the negative ligands are written as a ending is O is there. If the name of the ligand ends with, if the name of the ligand ends with IDE, ITE or ATE, then it is changed to IDO, ITO and ATO. And some examples are given in this table. That suppose this SO32 minus sulfite. So sulfito, we have to write the name in the complex. Sulfate, so sulfito. Acetate, acetato. Azide, azido. Nitrate, nitrito. Cyanate, cyanato. Thiocyanate, thiocyanato. Some common ligands are also there ending IDE is changed simply to the O. So for example fluoride, this F minus is fluoride. So fluoro, chloro, bromo, cyano, hydroxo, oxo. In this way we can write the name in the complex. These are the names of some ligands. How to name the ligands? So here it is given in a name in complex. This is the usual name, fluoride. So we can write fluoro like that. Okay, so this is table show their usual name and the name in the complex how to write. After that, now the neutral ligands are there, and most of the neutral ligands and their names are also used without any change. For example, water, here echo, we have to write in case of water echo, NH3 amine, CO carbonyl, NO nitrosyl. These are the ligands, neutral ligands, and without any change we can write. In case of positive ligands, the name of positive ligand end in IUM. For example, NH2 NH plus hydrogenium, NO plus nitrosylium. So only few examples are there of positive ligand, and some are there hydrogenium. So this is the, we have to write the name in the complex. And sometimes number of ligand also important, and number of each kind of ligand is also specified by using the prefix. If there are 2 ligands, then use di. 3 ligands are there of the same type, tri, tetra, penta, hexa. These are the prefix we have to use while writing the name of the ligand and number of the ligand. So example is given here. This is the example, and here dichloro, because 2 are there, di, you have to use di. Dichloro, 4 are there, tetraamine, platinum 4 cation. And second example is hexacyano, 6 cyano groups are there, hexacyano chromate 3 anion. So we have to, number of ligand can be written, and before that number of ligand can be shown. You have to use, for that case you have to use the prefix di, tri, tetra. Whatever the number of ligands are there. If 2 ligands are there, di, 3 are there, tri, like that. 4 are there, tetra. Like in this way we can use the prefix to indicate the number of ligand in the complex. And after this, now number of ligand can also be, sometimes the ligand has complicated structure, or it already having such type of prefix in its name, use it. In that case we have to use the bis, tris, tetrakis, pentakis, etc., and its name is enclosed in a parenthesis. We have to write in a bracket. So examples are here, some examples are here. CO, generally bidentate, tridentate or polydentate ligands, we have to write in this form. And so if this is ethylene diamine, in short we write EN, ethylene diamine. So these are the bidentate ligand, and having 2, so we have to write first dichloro, then bis ethylene diamine, write the ethylene diamine in bracket, Bis means two are there, these two bidentate ligand. So dichloro bis, because two are there, bidentate ligand, ethylene diamine, cobalt 3 bromide. In this case 3 are there, ethylene diamine. So tris, ethylene diamine, chromium 3 cation. So we have to use also bis tris tetrakill like that. And now some abbreviations are also there to indicate the ligands, and but some ligands are having these abbreviations shown in this table, and these abbreviations we have to use when we write the name of the complex, and these abbreviations are shown in this table. That pyridine, for suppose ligand is there, so write in a short, and this is the abbreviation. For ethylene diamine, EN. For glycinato, GLY, like that. Propylene diamine, PN. Acetyl acetone, ACAC. And this is the formula of this ligand, and we have to write in short. And sometimes name of the central metal ion also we have to write in this case. And in case of nature of metal ion, name of the central metal ion, if the central metal atom is a part of positive ion, when the metal ion is a part of metal positive ion or non-ionic neutral complex, its name is used without any change. It is a part of anion. If it is a part of anion, then the name ended with the ATE. So two types of complexes are there. We have seen positive and negative. When the metal is a part of positive ion or neutral, then in that case we have to we have to write the name of the metal as it is. If metal is a part of negative ion, then we have to write the name ending with the ATE. For example, then cobalt can be written as cobaltate, zinc as zincate, chromium as chromate, platinum as platinate, and some other metal ions are there. They can be named, used there. These are the examples with their silver, for example, so argentate, copper cuprate, iron ferrate. In this way we can also use this name for writing the names of this metal ion. So for some metal, Latin names are used for this purpose, and silver can be written as in Latin word argentate, copper cuprate, iron ferrate, lead plumbate, gold aurate, like that. So after the name of the central metal ion, oxidation state is also again we have to write in a parenthesis, that is in a bracket. So these are some examples. So when metal is we have to write ATE when it is a part of negative ion. We are going to see some examples of complexes, and by using all these IUPAC rules we have to apply, and we can write the name of the coordination compound. Now one more ligand is there, that is known as ambidentate ligand. And what is ambidentate ligand? Ambidentate ligand is the ligand which use any one of their two donor atoms for coordination. And such type of ligand is known as ambidentate ligand, because in one ligand two donor atoms are there. In case of nitroso are like that, both the donation of electron can take place through oxygen or through nitrogen. Some examples are being shown here. So these are the called ambidentate ligand. So again I am repeating that ligand which use any one of their two donor atoms for coordination are known as the ambidentate ligand. And while naming the name attaching atom is specified, such ligands are either named by special names such as thiocyanate for SCN, isothiocyanate for NCS, nitro for NO2, nitroso for ONO, and a symbol of the element linked to the metal ion. Some examples. Now here example is given. This is the complex. Here ONO, and this here NO2. Both are the same, but now ligands are here ONO, that is nitroso, and this is nitro. So name can be written here, diamine. So here diamine, bis, pyridine, dinitro, cobalt 3 nitrate. This is nitrate and this is nitro. So here this is nitro, but what is the through oxygen there is a bonding. Same complex is here, only NO2 we have written in this way. Diamine, bis, pyridine, dinitro, cobalt 3 nitrate. So here the bonding take place through the nitrogen, because here both are the donor atom, nitrogen, and here is oxygen. So such type of ligand is known as ambidentate ligand, because in case of NO2 the bonding can take place through oxygen or through nitrogen. Such type of ligand is called ambidentate ligand, and example is given here. Now by using all these rules, we can write the name of the complexes, and first is the K4FeCN6. Common name is potassium ferrocyanide. And now we can write potassium, no need to write this number, write potassium, then hexacyanoferrate 2. Ferrate, because not we have written the iron, because ferrate 80 we have written because this is the positive ion and this complex is a negative, so metal is a part of negative ion, therefore we have to write 80 in the name of the metal. So in this way, potassium hexacyanoferrate, this is the IUPAC name. So another example is the K3FeCN6. So name is, now again write potassium hexacyanoferrate, oxidation number is 3 because this complex have 3 minus, so 6 minus 3, so 3 is the oxidation state for ferrate. Again now this is the part of, Fe is the part of negative complex ion, therefore write 80 at the end. Another example is platinum NH3Cl4, so its name is hexaamine platinum 4 chloride. Now in this case of third example, metal is a part of positive ion because this Cl is negative and this complex ion is positive, so positive first, negative first, so therefore we have to write platinum 4 chloride. And in this case again, now this is the part, again this is the positive complex ion and this negative, so we have to write dichloro tetramine platinum 4 chloride. In this case also, this is the positive, this is positive, therefore write diamine silver 1 chloride. And potassium, here potassium, this is negative, argentate dicyanoargentate 1, cobalt NH3,5NO2Cl2. So write first nitro here in this way. This N indicate bonding is through the nitrogen, not through the oxygen. Therefore write the name nitro N pentaamine cobalt 3 chloride, because cobalt is a part of positive ion, and cobalt 3 chloride. In this way, another examples are there. In this case now nitro O, because here bonding is through oxygen, pentaamine cobalt 3 chloride. And another example is tetrahydroxo zincate 2 anion. Tetrahydroxo, here tetrahydroxo zincate, because it is a part of negative ion, therefore zincate ATE 2 anion. And after that, here dichloro bis, this is bidentate, dichloro bis ethylyl diamine cobalt 3 cation, and this is tetraaco copper 2 cation, copper simply copper because it is a part of positive ion. And dibromo diamino platinum 2, and this is another example, trichloro triamine cobalt 3. And the last example is hexamine cobalt 3 and hexacyanochromate 3. These are the names. So whatever that we have seen the rules, on the basis of IUPAC rule, the name of these complexes can be, we can write the name of these different complexes in this way. So we have seen today the calculation of effective nuclear charge of some coordination compound, and formula is EAN equals to Z minus N plus 2 into Cn. So by using this formula we can calculate the effective nuclear charge of the complex, and after that we have seen different IUPAC rules to write the name of the complexes, and different rules are shown. And lastly we have seen some example, by using all these IUPAC rules we can write the name of the coordination compound.